It's Friday, the 28th of May. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. On this day of days, I'm your host, Mark Anthony. I sound a little bit croaky because I did a lot of non-stop talking yesterday. And if you look very closely, you can see the old schnoz is a little bit red because the sun came out yesterday. We will get to the news headlines in just a second. But first, let's take a look at which celebrities will be getting the drinks in this lunchtime to mark their birthdays.
Happy birthday!
And it's many happy returns to pocket-sized pop star Kylie Minogue, to former fine young cannibal Roland Gift, and to the face of the new romantic movement of the early 80s, Mr. Steve Strange. There is also a construction industry celebrity celebrating a landmark birthday today, and we'll get to that one a little later on. But first, this. Now, the COVID-19 lockdown affected people in many, many ways. There are some that have missed family, some that have missed eating out, and some that have missed the pub. I don't drink. The lockdown allowed me to lose some weight, so eating out hasn't been an issue for me either. And most of my family are right here in this very house with me. Sad though it may be, the thing that I've missed the most is the ability to do my job properly, to visit sites and get hands-on with new equipment. It really has been far, far too long. However, yesterday marked a seismic and welcome shift, and while the aftershock of that shift was felt just by a select few people, it is significant nevertheless. Yesterday, JCB threw open its doors to welcome a more handful of journalists and social media types to showcase some of the new products that we've all heard about, but we've not actually seen in the flesh until now. Those products included a new 3.5-ton mini excavator, a new electric site dumper, a new electric load-all telescopic handler, and most notable of all, the new Stage 5 compliant JCB backhoe loaders. Now, I always enjoy my trips to JCB. They really are the most welcoming and hospitable company that I get to deal with. But even by their usual high standards, yesterday felt like a family fun day in which we were all given the opportunity to blow off a year or more of cobwebs and to get back to some semblance of normality. The event also marked the first time that all four founder members of the construction collective were in the same place at the same time since March last year. We will be bringing you more about all of that in the coming days and weeks. But here's a very quick look at what we all got up to yesterday. That closing shot, I think, pretty much says it all. Thanks to Nigel Chell, to John Kavanagh, to Mr. Bacco, Julian Calder, and the whole of the JCB team for reminding me precisely why I love doing this job. The town of Bonnybridge is just about to get a little bit less social. Let me try that again. The town of Bonnybridge is about to get a bit less social as the town's social club has been earmarked for demolition ahead of a new housing development. Valued at £2.5 million, the new development will comprise 22 new flats, and it has already attracted the interest of Bank on Construction. However, the client, Falkirk Council, has yet to appoint a demolition contractor. You can find out more about this project lead and many more just like it over at buildersconference.co.uk. I have a confession to make. I know nothing about cranes. I mean, there are some that might argue that I know nothing about plant or demolition either, but I genuinely know squat about cranes. I cannot tell you the difference between a fly jib and a luffing jib, mainly because I don't know what either of those things mean. However, I do know a man that knows cranes inside out. He is to cranes whatever I am to whatever this is. His name is Tristan Mays, and he runs the CraneHub website and excuse me. He also runs the CraneHub TV YouTube channel. Anyway, despite the fact that I know nothing about cranes, he very kindly sent me this video. And even though I know absolutely nothing about cranes, even I can tell you, this probably isn't right. I'm not sure what they call that thing in crane circles, but here in the field of demolition, that is known as going tits up. If cranes are your thing, be sure to check out CraneHub across all social media channels, or visit CraneHub TV over on YouTube. And thanks to Tristan again for sharing that clip. Now, I mentioned at the top of the show that today marks a landmark birthday for an industry celebrity. Before I send in my personal wishes, I wanted to give you a bit of a backstory. It's a backstory that the man in question is too nice, too polite, and far too humble to tell you himself. Thankfully, I am neither nice nor humble, so I will tell you the story instead. So the man in question used to be a digger driver. No harm in that. The industry would grind to a halt without them, and they are the very backbone of the sector. But this guy had aspirations beyond the levers. And slowly but surely, he transitioned to become first a part-time industry blogger and ultimately a full-time industry journalist. That transition was not without its obstacles, however. Some of the established industry journalists saw our birthday boy as an interloper, as somehow unfit to do what they believed to be their job, even though he was the only one among them that could actually operate the machines properly the way that they were designed. At the same time, he endured a backlash from some parts of the digger driver community as well, who were jealous of his transition and his growing reach and reputation. He and I actually shared an online stalker for a little while, but through it all, he has remained upbeat, cheerful, and endlessly willing. But, and this is the point that I'm getting to, despite the fact that he's built an enormous social media profile, and despite the fact that he is known throughout the construction equipment world, he is still not entirely convinced that he has fully made the transition into the media world. So, with the help of some of his industry friends, and I wanted to mark the 60th birthday of Mr. Nick Drew of the Digger Man blog with the following video message.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Hiya Nick, just a quick message to say happy 60th birthday. Hope to catch up with you really soon for some beers. Cheers.
Hello Nick, a little bird tells me that you are about to celebrate a milestone birthday. So I just wanted to add congratulations and good wishes to this auspicious occasion. Have a great 60th, and I hope you really love the display that we've got for you in reception to mark this birthday. All the best.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nick. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
For those that didn't recognise him, that was Charlotte Brown of Lugong Direct UK at the opening. It was Louise Carney over at Plant Works, and the show closed with a great message, I think, from Nigel Chell at JCB. Nick, if you're watching, Keep ignoring the jealousy of the digger drivers and pay no attention to the dinosaurs of industry journalism. You've got more right to be here than any of us. Happy birthday, mate. Now, Nick Drew is 1/4 of the Construction Collective, and that collective is back in full force next week. On Tuesday evening at 6 p.m, we will come together to bring you the inside track on the all-new R-Series telescopic handlers from the mighty Bobcat. We will be joined by representatives from the manufacturer as we get under the skin of these all-important new machines. The collective will then reconvene yet again on Thursday evening to bring you our usual monthly show, which will be packed with new content from right across the industry. And if that hasn't filled your online viewing diary to bursting point, there's more. I will be back here as usual at 10 a.m. on Monday, and yes, I do know it's a bank holiday, but that's part of our commitment to keeping you entertained. And at 3 p.m. on Tuesday, just a few hours before the Bobcat extravaganza, I will be joined by Builders Conference CEO Neil Edwards as we look back on yet another positive month of new construction contract awards. I hope you can join us for at least some of those. Right, unless there is any other business, I will declare this episode of the Breakfast Show well and truly adjourned. I'll be back here, same time, same place on Monday. And if you missed any of our shows this week, fear not. Our weekly roundup show, the Weekend Wrap, will land tomorrow at around about 7:30 in the morning. But until then, stay safe, look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. And I will see you again very soon. And just as a parting shot, happy birthday, Mr. Drew. See you very soon.